Hey guys, how you doing? It's 8-Bit Eric. Welcome back to the channel. So, I finally sat down and played a Call of Duty game for the first time ever completely. Now, I own Black Ops 3 and I have the Call of Duty that was on the Wii U. Yeah, I know the Wii U version. Imagine that. And I just never really played much of them beyond just a couple hours of multiplayer and then just putting it on the shelf and forgetting it. So when Next Gen was about to come out and Cold War was being promoted like heck, I was like, alright, I'm going to try to take a look at this because it's also set in the 80s during the Cold War, which basically was when I was a kid. So this is kind of like an interesting prospect. You know, we've had all sorts of different eras of war in the Call of Duty franchise, and now we're in the 80s, and I miss the 80s. So basically the main story point, which when you think of Call of Duty, you usually think of multiplayer. But we're going to talk about the campaign for a little bit. It follows a man by the name of Adler, who's a CIA officer. He pursues Perseus, who's basically a Soviet spy, and they are trying to subvert the United States and give balance of power to the Soviet Union. That's it in a nutshell. So it is inspired by actual events. There's locations like East Berlin, Vietnam, Turkey, the Soviet KGB headquarters. You can create a custom character for the campaign. Their codename is Bell. There's all sorts of different personality traits that you can give them based on whether they're paranoid or violent or things like that. So it was kind of neat. Now, one interesting aspect about this is the campaign does have multiple endings. So based on what decisions you make or choices that you make throughout the campaign will lead you to a certain ending. Which in theory isn't, you know, too shabby. Most of the time people play Call of Duty for the multiplayer aspect. But again, the potential of being in the 80s and experiencing a 1980s style Cold War campaign in Call of Duty attracted my attention. And I gotta tell you guys, some of these scenes were pretty action-packed. I actually liked, you know, sniping out people from far away, riding zip lines, being like in a cold, snowy mountain area, and infiltrating a secret base, and going underground and finding like a 1980s retro-style arcade, which, yeah, there was an arcade in this game where you could even play Activision games as a nice little Easter egg. The game basically teaches you the basics of how to play the game. So, as a noob, I felt actually going through the campaign helped me out quite a bit with picking up how to use certain items and features and gameplay mechanics of Call of Duty. So when I go into multiplayer, I won't get killed as much. And for the most part, I had a lot of fun, but I ran into one big problem. So I don't know if this happens on the PlayStation 5 version of the game. I played the Xbox Series X version. When I made it to Cuba, which is towards the end game of Call of Duty Cold War, it's like at a point of no return. You can't go back to the safe house. You can't redo any missions. You can't... Basically, you have to have everything that you want done up until that point. So I'm at Cuba, and I'm starting to enter this big mansion in Cuba, and the game has been breaking for me. It's been freezing and glitching to where I cannot continue forward. I cannot progress in the game at all. So I have to knock Call of Duty Cold War down hard because of that. This is a game made by Activision. It's 2020. You need to start getting your role together with making sure your games work, especially for next gen. I'm going to probably cut them a little bit of slack because there's other companies out there that have games both on PlayStation and Xbox that just have game-breaking bugs. I don't know what it is. Games are freezing, games are glitching, whatever, but this one had to have been the worst game-breaking bug. I tried to reinstall the game. I deleted it, reinstalled it, still happened. They have to have a patch for this, or else I'm never going to be able to complete the Cold War campaign. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys have had this experience, because this hindered what felt to me like a pretty decent story. I saw that this game was getting a lot of mixed reviews and reactions when it comes to the campaign mode. Yeah, sure, the campaign was pretty short, like less than 8 hours. You can breeze through it in one night, just kind of kicking back. For me, as busy as I am, I don't mind that. I welcome an 8-hour campaign that's fast-flowing, action-packed, has a lot of great settings. There were some pretty cool levels. The weapons, the kills, the shooting, everything handled pretty good. I feel that the game controls like a glove. And then there was this stinking Cuban glitch that just completely ruined and soured the experience for me as far as the single-player campaign goes. So I can't really say anything about it because I can't beat it until they update it. It was okay. I guess for a single-player campaign, I would say a 7 out of 10. I don't think it's as bad as people were counting it as. But then again, this is one of my first completely played through Call of Duty games. So maybe I'm easily impressed. Who knows? Now let's talk about multiplayer. This is what everybody wants when it comes to a Call of Duty game, besides zombies, is how is multiplayer. Well, I gotta tell you guys, there's not enough maps. Now, as of this recording, they announced that Nuketown will be coming, 80s version of Nuketown. So it looks like they are going to be drip feeding content into multiplayer, which is okay. I guess it longifies, you know, the game. It gives you a lot more content through a period of time, kind of like what Splatoon does. But for the initial reaction from what I heard from people when I talked to friends is that there just was not enough maps, and the maps that were there were just kind of boring. They didn't really have good design. They were small, and it just, you know, felt cheapened because of certain score streaks that you can get. Now, score streaks is something new that I just found out about. You can call a spy plane. You can use certain different types of items and abilities. It's basically like gaining like an ability. When your meter fills up, when you get enough experience, you're able to use certain things to give you an advantage on the thing. Based on what I've seen, a lot of reviews said that some of these score streaks are cheap, that some of them are broken or overpowered. I could definitely see that with some of the stuff. Again, this is me coming into Cold War, not really experiencing much beyond just Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2. I do believe the map selection is pretty sparse. Some of the modes I just really don't like. I like Deathmatch, and I like... you know, the quick stuff, but, you know, like Territory. I like doing that one. But then there's some modes where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just cannot get behind it. And I don't even know what the fuck the names are off the top of my head. But I did sink the teeth into this quite a bit over the past weekend. I did a live stream where I did enjoy the multiplayer aspect. I've never been really good at Call of Duty. So it's kind of funny to watch me fail. I hope you guys that were watching my live stream enjoyed it. Honestly, I feel within time, not only will I get better at playing Call of Duty, but Cold War will get better. Until then, there's also a few other glitches, like I keep getting logged out of online. I feel, luckily, there's not as much microtransactions as I thought there would be. I don't know. My initial impressions of Cold War was it wasn't half bad. It just felt like an okay game that if they are going to be drip feeding content to it, then okay, I'm glad. I'm sorry that I'm not the biggest Call of Duty expert out there, but honestly, the one thing that I was looking forward to the most with this game was the campaign, and because of a glitch, I can't complete it, and it was so frustrating. That's the one major problem this game has, is that there are game-breaking bugs where players cannot complete the campaign if they wanted to, and that is why I'm only giving this a 7 out of 10. Other than that, multiplayer is fun. Zombies is fun. Maybe there should be a little bit more content. Maybe they need to add some more. Also, the skill-based matchmaking is atrocious in this. I didn't know what that was when I was first told about it, but after sitting down and playing it, it does kind of make the game a bit frustrating. So, I don't know, guys. Yeah. Anyways, I probably will be streaming this a lot more recently because it seemed like you guys enjoyed it. So, that's it, guys. Just quick and easy, quick little thoughts on Call of Duty Cold War. Had potential, but I don't know. I feel that it missed the mark just a little bit, especially because it glitches. Proofread your stuff, Activision. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description. You want to become part of the hashtag 8BE Nation, guys? Well, be sure to pick up your official merch, now available online. Link is below in the description. We got classic t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, and even women's apparel. Don't forget, pick up your official merch now. And while you're at it, guys, feel free to watch the next video, or why don't you catch up on one that you might have previously missed. Thanks again, guys, for all the support. I couldn't do this without you. You guys are amazing, and don't forget to subscribe and click that like button if you are brand new. Thanks again, guys. Peace out.